Emotions are powerful forces that profoundly influence our thoughts, decisions, and actions. From the excitement of a new opportunity to the fear of a looming threat, emotions color our perceptions and shape our responses to the world around us. While emotions are essential for our survival and well-being, they can also lead us astray when they cloud our judgment and drive us toward irrational behavior. Consider, for instance, the experience of making a significant purchase. The allure of a shiny new car or a luxurious vacation can trigger a surge of excitement and desire, overriding careful financial planning and leading to impulsive spending. Similarly, the fear of missing out, or FOMO, can drive us to make hasty decisions we later regret, such as investing in a volatile stock market solely based on hype and speculation. Our emotions often act as shortcuts, guiding us toward immediate gratification or steering us away from perceived threats, even when these responses may not align with our long-term goals or values. Understanding the powerful influence of emotions is the first step toward mastering our emotional selves and making more rational decisions. One of the most significant challenges in mastering our emotions lies in our inherent lack of awareness of our own irrationality. We tend to view ourselves as rational beings, making logical choices based on sound reasoning. However, the reality is that our emotions often operate beneath the surface of our consciousness, subtly shaping our thoughts and behaviors without our explicit knowledge. This phenomenon, known as the illusion of objectivity, leads us to believe that our perceptions and judgments are unbiased and accurate, even when they are heavily influenced by our emotional state. For example, we may overestimate the likelihood of positive outcomes when feeling optimistic, or dwell on worst-case scenarios when consumed by anxiety. Moreover, our brains are wired to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs and biases, a tendency known as confirmation bias. This cognitive bias further reinforces our irrational tendencies, making it even more challenging to recognize and correct our flawed thinking patterns, thereby succumbing to irrational emotions. The consequences of succumbing to irrational emotions can be far-reaching, impacting our personal and professional lives in profound ways. Impulsive decisions driven by fear or greed can lead to financial ruin, damaged relationships, and missed opportunities. Similarly, allowing anger or resentment to fester can poison our outlook, hindering our ability to think clearly and make sound judgments. In the realm of business, emotional decisions can have disastrous outcomes. A CEO driven by ego and overconfidence may make reckless acquisitions or investments, putting their company at risk. Likewise, a manager who allows personal biases to influence hiring and promotion decisions can create a toxic work environment and stifle innovation. On the other hand, cultivating rationality empowers us to make decisions that align with our values, goals, and long-term well-being. By learning to recognize and manage our emotions effectively, we can break free from the grip of irrationality and unlock our full potential. But do we have proof for the triumph of rationality? Yes. History is replete with examples of both the triumphs of rationality and the tragedies of irrational behavior. The scientific revolution, for instance, marked a profound shift toward reason and empirical evidence, leading to groundbreaking discoveries that transformed our understanding of the world. From Isaac Newton's laws of motion to Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, these advancements were the result of rigorous observation, logical deduction, and a willingness to challenge long-held beliefs. Conversely, countless examples illustrate the devastating consequences of unchecked emotions. The witch hunts of the early modern period, fueled by fear, superstition, and mass hysteria, resulted in the persecution and death of thousands of innocent individuals. Similarly, the rise of totalitarian regimes in the 20th century, characterized by propaganda, scapegoating, and the suppression of dissent, demonstrates the dangers of unchecked fear, hatred, and blind obedience. In a contemporary context, the proliferation of misinformation and fake news on social media highlights the importance of critical thinking and emotional regulation. The ability to discern fact from fiction, evaluate evidence objectively, and resist the allure of emotionally charged narratives is crucial for navigating the complexities of the digital age. Cultivating a rational mind. Mastering your emotional self and cultivating rationality is not a passive endeavor. It requires conscious effort, self-awareness, and a willingness to challenge your own assumptions. It is an ongoing journey of self-discovery and growth, requiring patience, persistence, and a commitment to continuous improvement. One effective strategy for enhancing rationality is to practice mindfulness, paying attention to your thoughts and emotions without judgment. By simply observing our emotional state, we can begin to detach ourselves from their immediate grip and make more conscious choices about how to respond. Another powerful technique is to engage in cognitive reframing, challenging our negative or irrational thoughts and replacing them with more balanced and constructive perspectives. For instance, instead of catastrophizing about a potential setback, ask yourself, what is the most likely outcome? What can I learn from this experience? Such curiosity is the first step towards mastering your emotions. Mastering your emotional self is an introspective journey that requires honesty, courage, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself. It involves delving into the depths of your emotions, understanding their origins, and identifying the triggers that evoke intense reactions. This process of self-discovery can be facilitated through journaling, therapy, or simply engaging in honest conversations with trusted friends or family members. By gaining a deeper understanding of our emotional patterns, we can begin to develop healthier coping mechanisms and make more conscious choices about how we respond to challenging situations. Remember that self-compassion is essential throughout this journey. Be kind to yourself as you explore your emotional landscape, acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes and that setbacks are an inevitable part of growth. Here are some practical steps to enhance rationality. In addition to mindfulness and cognitive reframing, several practical steps can help you enhance your rationality in everyday life. Pause before reacting. When confronted with a situation that triggers strong emotions, take a moment to pause and collect yourself before responding. This brief pause can prevent impulsive reactions and allow you to make more thoughtful decisions. Consider the opposite perspective. Challenge your own assumptions and biases by actively seeking out and considering opposing viewpoints. This practice can help you identify blind spots in your thinking and make more balanced judgments. Seek feedback from trusted sources. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback from trusted friends, family members, or colleagues, especially when dealing with emotionally charged situations. Objective perspectives can provide valuable insights and help you make more rational decisions. Practice active listening. Cultivate the habit of active listening, truly hearing and understanding other people's perspectives, even when they differ from your own. This practice can foster empathy, reduce misunderstandings, and promote more constructive dialogue. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you can gradually strengthen your rational faculties and make more thoughtful, well-informed decisions. This state can be primarily achieved through mindfulness. Mindfulness is, well, a powerful tool for enhancing rationality by increasing self-awareness and emotional regulation. By cultivating a state of non-judgmental awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations, we can observe our emotions without being swept away by their intensity. Regular mindfulness practice, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, can help us develop a greater sense of detachment from our emotions, allowing us to observe them with greater clarity and objectivity. This enhanced self-awareness enables us to make more conscious choices about how we respond to difficult situations, rather than reacting impulsively based on fleeting emotions. Moreover, mindfulness can help us identify and challenge our cognitive distortions, those irrational thought patterns that often fuel negative emotions and lead to poor decision-making. By becoming more aware of these distortions, we can begin to reframe our thoughts in a more balanced and realistic light. Standing countering this process is our own bias inherent in our mind. Challenging your beliefs. One of the most effective ways to cultivate rationality is to challenge your own beliefs and assumptions. We all hold beliefs about ourselves, others, and the world around us, and these beliefs shape our perceptions and influence our decisions. However, many of our beliefs are based on incomplete information, personal biases, or outdated assumptions. By regularly questioning our beliefs, We can identify and challenge those that are no longer serving us or that may be hindering our growth. This process of self-reflection can be uncomfortable, as it requires us to confront deeply held beliefs that may be central to our sense of identity. However, by embracing intellectual humility and being open to the possibility that we may be wrong, we can break free from limiting beliefs and develop a more nuanced and accurate understanding of ourselves and the world. With this process, we are more open to new perspectives with a sense of curiosity. Seeking diverse perspectives. Another valuable strategy for enhancing rationality is to actively seek out diverse perspectives and expose ourselves to viewpoints that challenge our own. We tend to gravitate toward information and opinions that confirm our existing beliefs, creating an echo chamber that reinforces our biases and limits our understanding. By consciously seeking out diverse perspectives, we can broaden our horizons, challenge our assumptions, and gain a more comprehensive understanding of complex issues. This might involve reading books and articles from authors with different viewpoints, engaging in respectful dialogue with people who hold differing opinions, or simply exposing ourselves to new cultures and ways of life. Remember that the goal is not to necessarily change your mind, but to expand your thinking, develop empathy for others, and make more informed decisions based on a wider range of perspectives. How then do we cultivate rationality in our day-to-day activity? Cultivating rationality is not a quick fix or a one-time achievement. It is an ongoing process that requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to embrace lifelong learning. Just as developing physical fitness requires consistent effort and discipline, so too does mastering our emotional selves and honing our rational faculties. There will be times when we succumb to irrational impulses, make emotional decisions, or fall prey to cognitive biases. The key is to view these setbacks not as failures but as opportunities for learning and growth. By reflecting on our mistakes, identifying the triggers that led to our irrational behavior, and developing strategies to avoid repeating these patterns, we can gradually strengthen our rational muscles and make more thoughtful choices in the future. Remember that progress is not always linear, and setbacks are a natural part of the journey. Be kind to yourself, celebrate your successes, and keep in mind that every step you take toward greater rationality is a step toward living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In a nutshell, mastering our emotional selves and cultivating rationality is an ongoing pursuit, a lifelong journey of self-discovery, growth, and continuous improvement. By developing self-awareness, practicing mindfulness, challenging our beliefs, and seeking diverse perspectives, we can gradually free ourselves from the grip of irrationality and make decisions that align with our values, goals, and long-term well-being. Remember that emotions are an integral part of what makes us human, and they serve a valuable purpose in our lives. However, by learning to recognize, understand, and manage our emotions effectively, we can harness their power for good, making choices that lead to greater happiness, fulfillment, and success in all areas of our lives. As we continue on this journey of self-mastery, let us embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and never stop striving to become the most rational versions of ourselves. Watch this video on how emotions are trapped in our body. If you're still here, hit that subscribe button. It's a small gesture with a big impact.